Hello, hello, everybody. This is the show. Unfortunately, technical issues is something that seems to stem from the 2020 view. 2020 is out of control, I agree. So, for this whole performance, this whole vibe, we're going to try to see if we can visualize how it is to be 2020. Things may be a ruckus, things may not make sense, but I will always communicate with you, the audience, because that's what 2020 seems to be about. So, mention in the chat if anything is glitchy. Sometimes I might need cooperation, but that is what it takes. While this is occurring, write some of the stuff that you expect to see from 2020 as we write this in. The confusion. Is it intuition? Is it something that we don't know? Is it something that we flow? It's the intuition that leads to confusion, vice versa, or a hearse. Is this what is expected when I spin another verse? Is this something that 2020 can repeat? Or was this something that were rehearsed? We don't know. Or is it rather we don't care? Is this something that's flowing like the snow? Is this something that is flowing like the flare? These are some things that I think. These are some things that I thought. These are some things that flow. These are some things that even money cannot bought. The live graphics is just a symbolization of the year that we went through. It may make sense. It may not make sense. Let's get the vibe change a bit. Let's try to see what happens when time goes to flit. Now let's get back to the words. Let's get back to the terms. Let's try to figure out why 2020 is active this way. Alright, let's get some words going. What if I had to tell you if 2020 were to taste like something, what would you say it tastes like? Give a taste for 2020. With the thickness of a molasses and the stringiness of spaghetti, 2020 has been a visualization of what can be taste, what can be heard, what can be seen, what can come out of different screens. There's no rhythm or reason. It probably does have a lot of time. With the sawdusty vomit, it makes you think, why would I put this in my mouth when I could actually put something else to test my limits? Why is it that every step I take is just another incurrent pivot? Why are some of these things that occur are some of the things that are sloppy, boppy, boppy. Some days it goes whoosh, other days it goes ooh. These are some of the things that flow. These are some of the things that go. This is some of the things that makes you think. Would you rather be in the freezing cold, or would you rather be sweating when the heat shall hold? What I'm saying might not make sense, but isn't that what 2020 has done to our senses, to our sentences, that sometimes we can't even predict? Because to predict means there is a motion of sense. And I gotta bring on the heat, because sometimes it's incomplete to think that you're complete while we look at the different scenes that the different seas across the different seas. But isn't it that's what happening when we look back at the year that is, the year that blissed? They say ignorant is blissed, but they haven't met the 2020 list. These are some thoughts that flow. These are some thoughts that go. These are just some craziness that I might be rambling and scrambling like eggs on the toast. But maybe it's not. Maybe there is a rhythm to this madness. Maybe there's a rhythm to this sadness. Or maybe I'm just talking to talk. What if I can rechange what is seen in the future, in this past? What if I'm able to draw over the lines? What will occur then? Let's see what occurs when that happens. Oh, hold up. It seems 2020 is trying to play some games on me. The very thing I was speaking about. Giving you guides and tips when that wasn't supposed to be in the script. But what is the script? But what if I just started writing? What if I just started lighting, igniting? What if the scribbles that I'm doing right now, what if it added extra meaning to the light? What if I added color to them? Will that change the scene? What would occur then? What will occur now? will occur with the splashes, but why did I make them dark? Not everything was dark. Maybe there's some room for sparks. Maybe there's some room to be the voyage in this arc. Let's change this black to a nice linear paradigm, and let's see how it affects the splotches. Let's add some rainbow sketches. Because what I'm trying to symbolize, as you all can see that's being visualized, maybe all it will take is just a little scribble over and over to get maybe what we want, to maybe get what we flaunt. Maybe not everything has to be dark. Maybe I can add a little color there over it. Maybe these spirals of rainbow can be an inspiration, an elevation to the stations that we want to go in. Maybe it can sustain the motivation. But maybe there's too much colors. Not everything has to be a rainbow. Because things can flow with minimal contrast. What color should I add? What color should I splash? What imagery should I draw while the code is doing its thing? The darkening of the screen is the time you go inside your mind. While you close your eyes for a second, even a split, what are the imagery that is going in the mix? What do you see? What is it that your eyes are trying to bring your nostrils to breathe? Maybe it's not about a slow pace. Maybe it's something that we need to go fast. Fast in the blast. All these dirty images. Maybe it's time for a new slate. Alright, welcome back. 2020 is acting up. 2020 had enough of me trying to instigate it. So that was an issue. But the issue is just another play, another view. So now 2020, it is your time to be judged. It is your time to be sued. "2020 try to have a little play like me, like it had with the ElectroZone, but we are our own zone. So it can try to be a pest, but it didn't know that we were waiting for this test. So now let's fight back. Let's give it its own medicine, its own crack. Now maybe outside of Earth would give a different experience. So let's see how it looks from the outer space. What do aliens have to say about this? Now we will know. 2020 is against all of us having ideas. But this is why I decided that maybe it's not from the internal. Maybe we should go from the external. Maybe the outside world has something to say. Let's see what happens when we try to correspond with these extraterrestrials. What verbiage can they give us? What lines can they give? What if Earth rotated differently? Will that have gave a different outpour? They really don't want me speaking the truth, it seems, on the 2020. It seems the extraterrestrials are against me. I can't stream from Earth. I can't stream from the moon. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna have to go to another planet. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to go to another planet. Cause the viruses of 2020 seem to be outrageous. They don't want me to breathe. But fear not. Fear not. I got a planet in mind. I got Pluto. Yes, Pluto. Pluto might not be a planet anymore, but it was once a planet. And maybe this is just a sign. Maybe this is just another aspect that I gotta think like Pluto. Maybe thinking like Pluto. How Pluto feels. It was once the ninth planet and now it's no longer considered so, but it's still out there. And maybe that's a metaphor of what we should be doing. Cause we're still out here. We are to change. We can make change. Maybe this is what it is trying to tell us. Space is the place where we go with our pace. Our pace may not be what we consider in our current phase, but it does not matter because maybe sometimes being out of our comfort zone and doing the right thing probably brings more smiles to the face. But just pure Pluto seems a tad boring. What 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 will occur if we added elements? Added elements to. What if we added a little green, a little blue? And what if we left Pluto? What if we left Pluto and came back to the nature of Earth? What if? What if we travel as far as Earth can take us? Okay. What if we just take time to look at what we have here? Maybe it might make a difference. The water, the mountains, the leaves. What if we explored the Earth how it was meant to be explored? What then occurs then? The audio is coded. The visuals are mixed and matched by code. I'm playing with the fluidity of code and nature, Because maybe this coded nature can explain the execution of 2020. Maybe it's about finding the right balance, the right patience. Maybe that is the true meaning of science. Patience or patience, the difference is within you. For I am only a messenger. The output is what you choose. Now let's take time to look at the many places on Earth. Places that are burned, or born, or show from different angles. Good news. There is always good news. There is always good views. There's always vibes. There's always lines. Let's see what the aliens that were playing around with my set before, let's see what they have to say. Let's see what they have to say. Let's see what they have to add. Let's see if they're going to be truthful or if they're going to play. Let's see what occurs. It seems the aliens, the way they want to speak, they want to speak in code. They want to speak with lines. So let's see if I can get them to see what exact news can come out of this for the next year and what approaches. It seems there is good news. What kind, I do not know. But it seems that it should be a different pace than what we are accustomed to. Seems there is too much vibrance. Let's see what else they have for us. While these lines go true. When I think of Apple, I think of this. Just a vibe. Getting on the flow, getting on the beat, getting on some heat, getting on some street. Whoosh. Alright, thank you everybody for having the show. Hope we were able to show 2020 that we shall not stop and we shall go with the flow. Thank you very much for enjoying this. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you.